Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another session of Ask Zak. And tonight we talk all about stress packs. The why do we give it and how do we give it? Now first, if we kick off the why, is we use stress packs to support the animal's natural immune system. Remember, when you give it antibiotics, it's the most expensive way of addressing a disease outbreak. But if we can keep that animal's immune system strong so it can fight diseases by itself, you're lowering your production costs. So that is what happens when that animal gets attacked by, let's say, their immune system receives a challenge. They start using internal resources, and that, of course, we use the stress pack to address those shortages that might arise from that immune response. So that is very important. Of course, another reason why we give stress pack is the challenge on the animal system when we talk about environmental changes. Now, environmental changes could be quite a few things. First, with our poultry, all our animals, our ruminants, when we transport those animals are going through stress and they're starting to use their internal resources to keep themselves happy or healthy. And that's why we give them usually a stress pack. When we handle our animals, let's say we vaccinate them, we get them all together, or we expose them maybe to the disease for the immune system to react, or when you bring your cattle into the kraal, into the crush to either dip them or give them a vaccine, that is a challenge on their system. So usually in those times of periods we give a stress pack. The other time, of course, is basically in autumn we're starting to change over to our winter months, and now we get very high day temperatures and our night temperatures are starting to fall, and that is again a challenge on the animal's immune system. So we just supplement it with a stress pack. So a lot of people ask sometimes is, can I give stress pack 24/7? And the short answer is yes. But the long answer is no. The reason behind that is the stress pack cannot do damage to an animal. It's just going to support the immune system. But it can, if you give it 24/7 for the animal, it's going to cost you a lot. So basically what we usually do is we identify those periods when those animals might be experiencing stress and targeting those periods so that we use our stress pack wisely and cost effectively, because we want to keep our production costs as low as possible. Now, when we get down to the how do we give stress packs? Now, there are a few ways of giving a stress pack. The first one that most people know is the water-soluble one, the one that you get a little sachet that you mix, sachet or liquid that you mix into the animal's drinking water and giving it to them that way. The other method, of course, more with our cattle or our ruminants, is your injectable vitamins that you give the animal to help the immune system. And of course, last but not least, you do get a few that is an oral dose. Now, when we talk about oral dosing again, we're talking about our ruminants. You're not going to catch all your chickens and dose them orally. If you've got 10,000 chickens, you'd rather give it in the drinking water. But when it comes to your cattle, your lambs, your calves, it is easier to give them the correct dose quickly and to make it readily available to the animal's immune system. So, very important. We use stress packs to support the animal. Yes, the feed does have the vitamin packs and mineral packs inside. But remember, when we talk about stress, we're talking about going higher and further above that the animal's natural body can always handle. So that's why we address those challenges with a stress pack. So if you want to learn more, we always on a Thursday have an information session at one of our branches, and this Thursday is no exception. This Thursday we are having a sheep and goat information day at our Middelburg branch. It's free to attend, and of course you just need to call in so that you can reserve your spot. But in a session like that, we take you through from A to Z to make sure you understand all the medication, the challenges, everything that is the subject of that day. So this Middelburg Day is going to be focused on our sheep and goats. For all our farmers out there, contact us and make a turn and come learn more and support your animal's immune systems so that they stay strong and productive. But from my side, until next week, same time, same place, have a good evening.